Ladies and gentlemen, let's take those minutes to next level. So here it goes. Here this is for sale and sold to us, and here this is the receipt of this sale. Okay, the property purchased. Okay, as we just saw on the other areas, and briefly about this one, the East Africa president addressed this one, no nuclear weapons, because we are East African, and there are roughly many people, and that we want more peace over that countries. That's why you can see here we are working very hard to resolute, working, developing this one, the electrical brewing systems, so that we can sort the firewood brewing systems. Uh, the village there has a firewood brewing systems, and everything is a little bit slow. And how tobacco is also prepared is very, very slow. Okay, the vape systems, the pipe systems for tobacco is locally produced is not healthy enough. Then the road itself is not good enough. Everything is not good enough. That's why if you look here, those are our statement. They are the minutes for president to mention these areas. This is President Yoweri Museveni Ross. We don't want nuclear weapons as Uganda. So you can see there on the statements also. And then here we have Kenyan Star also interact from East Africa. They recently claimed, yeah, their dowry should be at least 12 millions. Young women like this should at least have 12 million in dowries, because that is as rich. How rich, how rich is the man or the woman getting marriage? Okay. So when we talk of this one, when he broke up, or versus when she broke up, okay, the kind signed. Okay, we have all those statements there documented, and then if you look at it, you will be able to get the clue out of those areas. Okay, the kind sign of being with a woman for duration of times, and then to produce children, and then that is how, so here for dairy we can leave the dairy sections as they are supposed to be. Okay, so and then if we look down here, that's briefly about my company's details. Okay, briefly to do with the companies. Okay, and then the faculties, we have most recently opening the CEDOS here to Sudan, to East Africa. Okay, to minimize the peace of mind to that countries. And then the food stores, there were stores. Okay, and then the office books. Okay, our production systems, our books. Okay, the files, the filing systems we have. Okay, and then the filing systems. Okay, our device banking equipments, and then briefly about this, briefly about us, and then the Mastercards. We have the transportations. This is keep right vehicles. The driver seat this end. So that is keep right vehicles. Then that is visa, and then and also we have the currency here. That is roughly $1,815. Okay, $1,815. That's the cars, and then we have these much Mastercards. Then that is the Mastercards, okay, with us. Then briefly about us, okay, on the SEDO sites, okay, briefly about the hiring. Okay, if we tackle this line here, that normally tackles the hiring, okay. They, they talk about hiring a designer for these regions, and then the dowry systems, okay, affect these communities here. This is the communities, and then they are mostly African communities. They are Sudanese, of course. Here you can see, of course, yeah, that is a case related here, and then as being also issued caretakers and the youth in the communities, what our reactions, our readjustments, and then what we bring new to the communities. And then for market price, we are readjusted. Every rumors they brought up, we went towards those areas. We fixed the price back to where normal. Okay, this is to Uganda, the price was fixed normal. To Kenya, the price were fixed normal. Okay, for those kind of food you're seeing here, these are the kind of food you're seeing here. The price is normal. There we fix the price. Okay, this kind of food which you are seeing here, those are initially the prices we fix there. Okay, that is how the price for those foods. And then those are prices for those kind of packaging, water, juices, juice box. Okay, with how we fix it. Okay, and then that is basically the general households, and then the motor vehicles, transportations, family transportations. Okay, uh, all those are the what we fixed up there. Okay, and then that is roughly the amount initially for the family to use those kind of motor vehicles. If you pay $1,451 Canadian, and then you happen to have a vehicles in the village, even is more reasonable than the staying car for another 800 years, you know, without the vehicles. And then you to let your kid suffering and suffering, you know. So we are trying to secure some areas so that individuals retains and earn little bit, okay, efforts. That's why it's more addition, more areas for people to think about, and then come with another resolution and suggestions how they can end such kind of sufferings. So if we look, basically we look very deep in the village, of course, yeah. That is really brewing with the firewoods, and then to make a little money out of the alcohol liquor sold to the drunkards, to make a little money, okay. So that is out of deforestation incomes. Then you have to deforestate, burn charcoals, sell firewoods, then you retain money and then go to schools. It's a little bit harsh there. So if you see, we are trying to squeeze things, trying to readjust things, and then we adjusted the dollars. Whatever is $1, let it go to you, and then go to the other one. And then of course it may end and ease the it may ease the $1 if you give it to Uganda is roughly you are looking at the 3,000 there. May ease a little bit, okay. It may help you even it may help the other one. You know, that is situationally is a little bit money for them. And then we look at this kind of immigration we have here. We come from very far away, but the situation is intense. We sat in the office all days. We are not yielding any profits. We can write all kind of dollars. Okay, any amount of money we write, we can print it out. We can send it. We can publish it. We can put it wherever. But that is all nonsense. The figure is a figure, but we are still broke. Okay, so that depends on the categories of this one of this one of a woman, because if you have a woman now. Now I have my younger brothers, I have my other elder, I mean the younger sisters, they completed and they graduate successful. They want to get married and then they happen to marry and then the dowry is very high. If I was paying $11 to them and then I pay $11, okay, to them, and then that $11 they make their only edition. They make their only uh, less than the 40,000 out of the $11. Now the guy now graduates. Let's say they graduate, they are home. And then how do you expect the guy gonna go to audition to schools and then gonna go and pay that the kind of dowry of the girls? So we mentioned that depends on how rich is the man and how rich is the woman they are getting married. So how rich is their decisions and their skills, marriage skills. That is the one which is guiding them. So we will leave everything to them. We put it on adjustments as accountables. Okay, if we account, we pay $11. We compensate $11 for retaining you in the schools. And then we pay $1 for retaining your uniforms. We pay $1 for retaining maybe a pair of shoes for you to go to school, and then for a duration of audition, at least 6 years in Form 1 to Form 6. And then we fail to pay your university tuition, but you graduate from Form 6. So the exam is there now. You look very, very, very now addition available for a woman in the village there. And then you expect, yeah, let me now coin this woman. Coining is fine. And then if now we happen to see such a price, we are $11. Yeah. This price of 2 million, if it's a Kenya 2 million, 2 million Kenyan shilling is roughly that is to do with the 61 million. Okay, that's 61 million or 62 million Ugandan shillings. So how do we expect we can pay 2 million Kenyan shillings to Uganda and make you a house with that wife with the 62 million Ugandan shillings? So 62 million Ugandan shillings, if we exchange into Canadian dollars or USA dollars, we look at the 17,242. And then of course, if it's to Canada, if the money is now exchanged to Canada, this is USA. Okay, to Canada, that is 22,476.94. Okay, to Canada. So Kenya, 12 million, that is 370 millions, 419,282. So that is that means we are no longer even our $11 cannot even buy, because we had even the MPs they were mentioning. Yeah, there are all over people. They are saying, yeah, let's have a pork purchased for 300,000, the pork price. Ha, that is a big rumors, right? How do you expect a pork if a pork is sold now 300,000? A pork is sold for 300,000, and then that is a mere pork. So I bought two pork for 5,000 Ugandan shillings. I left to these countries. The pork might have weighed a lot. So so if the pork will do a lot, and then the pork now is one pork is now 300,000. That is roughly one pork is per three cows. One cow is roughly we have one cow is 45,000, and then if you pay 100,000, you are roughly buying three cows when we were. So if now the cow, uh, if a pork is a mere pork is 300,000, 300 Ks, and then maybe because in the one cow there are at least seven porks or three porks, 7 porks to 3 porks. So that is a different issues. If you look at the 71 million Uganda, and then you divide by the amount of the cow. One cow is sold for 900,000, okay, or 1 million, and then you are likely earning 371 cows only for one woman. So that is a heavy thing altogether. Let's just leave it there as is, and then how rich the man is and how rich the woman is that are getting married. Otherwise, with the minor shopping prices, that is our major area of concerns. We reduce that. If it is to livestock, we talk of the livestock. We know the livestock case is on the other end, so we mention a little bit back. Okay, and then we talk a lot about it, and then we try to at least readjust and bring it back to major regular routes, because the area is this one. This is the culprit here we have. The culprit is this guy here, this guy. So if this is the region that are selling better, and then this is the culprit here. So the guy which cut the map is the one that cannot listen and then cannot quit. This map here, how they close it here, how they close it there, is the one making it worse. So if we now open it, we fix it urgent, we settle everything back to normal. Okay, there is no recession, no nothing, no resetting the other enemy, no resetting the other person business, no other, all business will coordinate. There will be more coordination, even in the parliament, even in anywhere, I guess. Otherwise, this is just where we just feedbacks. And me, Waine Hassan Ziziton.